Hello there, welcome to the studio. I'm Midday. I'm so excited that you have joined us today. We are here for our stretch and roll. Make sure that you have both of your yoga blocks and then a foam roller. We're gonna lie down on our back, set up your set up your yoga blocks forward in front of you. You're going to put them together and then you're going to roll down on your back with the foam roller underneath your hips. So feet on top of the blocks, roll down on your back, find the foam roller, bridge your hips up and bring that roller underneath your hips. This is where we are going to start. If you feel like you need to kind of like push the blocks out or down a little bit, I want your feet to be comfortably on top of those yoga blocks. Once you get this position, you're going to take your hands on the side of your roller. You're going to lift your hips up and I want you to push your roller down towards your tailbone. So we don't want the roller up on our back. You're going to keep pushing it down, down, down towards your tailbone. All right. It's like at the top of your cheeks. Okay. From here, we're going to reach one leg all the way down over the top of your blocks. And then we're going to just do a few little leg lifts here with your other leg. So leg's going to stay in a 90-degree angle. You're just lifting it up off of the block and then you're bringing it back down. Keeping your spine nice and neutral here, pulling those abs in. You can put your hands on top of your rib cage. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, just soften the rib cage away from your hands. Try to flatten your back out as best as you can towards the mat. And then from here, we're just going to extend the other leg and repeat. So now that working leg is now going to extend over the top for a nice stretch, and you're just lifting and lowering that opposite leg. So we're going to get into the hips first this morning. Kind of wake up the back, wake up the hips a bit, and go 3 and 2. Last one, and then you're going to leave that leg down on the block. The other leg that's extended, you're going to kick up towards the ceiling, and then you're going to point and lower back down. Kick up as you flex your toes back and point as you lower down, going nice and slow. Inhale as you lift the leg up and lowering back down. When you lift the leg up, using the back of your leg to lift, pointing the toe and extending through the front of your leg. So we've got hamstring on the way up and then quad and hip flexor stretch as you come down. So extending that leg as long as you can from your hip, and we'll go 2 more times. And 1 more time. Good. And then you're going to bend that leg that was working and extend your opposite leg out. And we are going right here for our flex and point, opposite side. Inhaling and exhaling, keeping your hips nice and stabilized on the roller, finding that nice stretch through the back of the leg, through the front of the hip, pointing the toes, reaching long out through the hip, like you're trying to reach for the end of your mat with your toes, and go 2 more times, all the way up, all the way down, nice and controlled, and 1 more time. Good. And then you're going to bring both of your feet down on your blocks again. From here, we're just going to do a few little sways side to side. You can keep your feet on the yoga blocks. And then we're going to take the feet off of the yoga blocks. 1 knee at a time is going to come into your chest, and you're going to stretch your back out, pulling both of those knees in toward your chest. Grab onto the roller so it doesn't roll away from you, and hold this stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to bring both of those legs back to your tabletop position, and you're going to rock the knees all the way over to one side, all the way over to the other side. So you are rolling on your roller. If you need to adjust the roller here, you can pull that roller up or down where you need it. Coming all the way to one side of the roller, you're going to hold the legs over. Then you're going to pull the knees into your chest, and I want you to circle your legs around in one direction, and we're going to stay on that one side. So inhaling and exhaling here, nice and slow with these circles. Stay on one hip, one side. and then reverse those circles, inhaling and exhaling, pulling those knees in. Go all the way to the outside of the leg. And last two. And last one. And then bring those legs all the way over to the other side and pull those knees into your chest. Circle them around. Inhaling and exhaling. Legs may come apart here if the hips or the legs are tight this morning. And go ahead and reverse. Try to make a big range of motion, pulling the knees into the chest, all the way to the outside of the leg. And you've got 3 more here. 3. Breathe it out, and 2. And 1 more time. Then we're going to bring those feet down to the blocks. And right where we started from the beginning, we're going to find an extension with one leg. This time we're going to find a little bit deeper stretch. So lifting your opposite leg up, you're going to now pull your knee in towards your chest. That roller is going to stay underneath your hips, so adjust it where you need to. You're going to take both of your hands on top of your shin bone. Think about the knee coming right into the center of your chest, and that's exactly where you're going to just pull that knee in. Take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, see if you can pull the knee in a little bit closer to the center of the chest. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to take your knee over to your right shoulder. Bring it back to center and then over to your left shoulder. So we go center, over to that opposite shoulder, center, and back over to the side. So we're opening and closing that hip here. Inhaling and exhaling. If you feel like you need to bend your opposite knee here, that's totally fine. The more that you can stretch out your bottom leg, the more you will feel your hips start to open. But again, if it's too much of a stretch right away, bend that knee. Hold your knee over to the side. So we've got the knee over towards the right shoulder or towards the opposite shoulder. You're going to take your arm over your leg and just see if you can increase the stretch by pulling the knee in and up towards that opposite shoulder. All right, the hips do not have to stay on the roller. They can roll off a bit so you can get that nice stretch here. Keep pulling that leg in, and hold 3, 2, 1. Then we're gonna do the same thing to the opposite shoulder. So you did one side, now you're gonna open up and pull that knee in towards that same shoulder and really trying to find that inner thigh stretch, maybe even a little bit more stretch. I feel it down on my hip here and my leg and my thigh. Keep trying to pull that knee in and up towards that shoulder for a 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Bring both of your feet on top of your yoga blocks, bending the knees. Do a few little knee sways here. I'm going to adjust my roller, get it where I need it, and then we're pulling that opposite knee in, and we'll repeat on the other side. So you're going to extend that other leg down to your block. Take your hands on top of your shin bone and then try to pull that knee directly in towards the center of your chest. Do this with your exhale. Inhale, exhale, pull the knee in towards the chest. Inhale, exhale, pull the knee in towards your chest. Here we go with those rocks. Rock the knee all the way over and across to one shoulder. Bring it back to center and over to the other shoulder. All right, moving it along here. Moving it to the center, moving it over and across, back to center, and out to the side. And we'll go one more each here. Shoulder, center, shoulder, center. Good, and then we're crossing it over to that opposite shoulder. Use your hands here, use your arms, take a deep breath in and help guide your leg and guide that hip all the way across to your opposite shoulder here. Take a deep breath in. You exhale as you pull your knee closer towards that shoulder. 3, 2, 1, and then bringing that leg all the way over to the other side. So we're now open here with the knee, taking a deep breath in and exhale. We pull that knee all the way up towards that open shoulder and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both of those feet down on your yoga blocks. and keeping that roller underneath your hips. So adjust again if you need to. We're gonna extend one leg up towards the ceiling and then the other leg up towards the ceiling. And we're just gonna do little point and flexes here. Find your breath. Try to relax your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're gonna flex the feet back and we're gonna pull the legs open out to the side. Once you feel a stretch, you're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, you're going to close the legs back together. Inhale as you bring the legs apart. When you feel the stretch is when you'll pull those legs back in. Inhale as you go out. Exhale as you come together. Notice if one leg is going out further than the other. See if you can balance those legs and go out at the same time, close together at the same time. Inhaling to go out, exhaling to come in for 2 more times. 1 more time, we're gonna stay apart. Stay apart with the legs. We're going to point the toes, flex the toes. If you need to bend your knees here, bend your knees, point and flex. And point, flex. Now you're going to point the toes, pull both of those legs back to center, bend the knees. Either hand stay on the roller or pull the hands up on top of your shin bones and gently pull those knees closer in towards your chest. See if you can get into a small round ball here with those legs and find that nice stretch through your back. We're gonna stay here with the feet together and the knees open. So if you need to, again, hold on to that roller because I ideally want you to keep the roller underneath your hips. So we're in a butterfly position with the legs and you're gonna take a deep breath in. As you exhale, pull the legs closer towards you. And if you can trust your roller, not sure if I can trust mine, you're gonna take your hands on top of your toes. I can feel my roller rolling out and you're gonna try to pull the toes closer towards your nose. I've got one hand on my toes, the other hand on the roller and just gently pulling those legs in. And hold 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We are bringing those feet down onto the blocks. You're going to bridge your hips up and slide the roller underneath to roll it all the way out and then bring your spine carefully down onto the floor. Might feel like a little different sensation on your back. All right, we're actually gonna stay here on our back and take a few shoulder bridges with those feet on top of the yoga blocks. So I want you to start slow here. So we're gonna keep both of those feet directly underneath our hips on the blocks, arms long by your side. You're gonna boost your hips straight up towards the ceiling and you're gonna hold at the top of your bridge. And then I want you to think of where that roller was placed earlier, where we have our rib cage start to soften and you're going to roll your spine down. Try to go 1 vertebrae at a time. So we're gonna go really slow-mo as we roll down. And then you're gonna bridge right back up again. So we're gonna hold, bridging those hips high. You can get those hips as high as you would like this morning. And then really finding the control and the roll down and going really slow as you go down, pulling those abdominals all the way in. Feel your spine start to kind of like unravel here and stretch along your mat as you roll back down. And we're gonna do that 2 more times. So boosting those hips up, find the glutes, find the hamstrings, everything's firing up here, holding at the top, and then rolling down, starting from that rib cage. And then again, trying to really pull those abs in so we can unravel and unstick that back. And 1 more time, bridging those hips up, hold it at the top. 3, 2, 1, and rolling the spine all the way down. Take your time, all the way to the low back and all the way to the tailbone. Perfect. All right, so your left foot is gonna stay on the yoga block. Your right foot is going to come up figure 4 stretch. Arms come out wide to the side with your palms facing the ceiling, and we're gonna rock right here with your knee sways. We're gonna rock all the way over to one side, all the way over to the other side. So now we're in a different position for the hip. Inhale and exhale. See if you can allow your top knee to open as wide as it can and get a little bit more of a deeper stretch through that hip. We're gonna go one more each. Good, and then you are going to switch out the legs, do the exact same thing. So we're gonna rock all the way over to one side, all the way over to the other side. Hope those hips are starting to open up a bit. We're gonna go in a little bit more in just a second. All right, that was like their little warm up. Okay, so you are going to sway your legs all over to one side. You're gonna come up to a seated position. Take your time coming up to seated. So you can either stack up your blocks, sit on top, or you can just sit on the floor. We're gonna crisscross the legs and finish with our 3 deep breaths. That went quick today. All right, shaking out the arms, closing the eyes, let the arms hang heavy, and we're taking our few deep breaths here. Inhale as you send those shoulders all the way up to your ears. Exhale as you drop the shoulders heavy. And do that 2 more times. Inhale, collect all the tension, lift the rib cage up high, find your nice breath in. Exhale, drop the shoulders heavy and release that tension. Go 1 more time, all the way up, shrug it up, and exhale all the way out. Nice work. I hope that you enjoyed class and that you got a little tension out today. Everything feels a little bit more loose. I will see you next Sunday. Have a good rest of your day.